Well, I know I said in my last haul that I wouldn't be doing this big of a haul again, but I'm doing it again. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, Kilos and Cosplay. My name is Sydney, and today we have another big manga haul. Before we get to that, I do just want to kind of discuss this and the problem that it is. If you don't want to hear it, don't want to listen to the rant, you just want to look at the manga, totally get it. Timestamps in the description and just kind of on here. Feel free to skip ahead. But I feel like it's something that's not talked about, especially if you are someone who does like to create content based around this stuff, how easy it is to get addicted into it, and how it's easy to, see it, have that new shiny thing, want to get it, want to get as much as you can, want to have plenty of content to create, want to have, you want to be like one of the first people to talk about this thing or have this thing, and it's genuinely a problem. Because just because you get it doesn't make you like a good creator, and I feel like I've really started to realize that, because I have all these ideas, all these things I want to do, but do you ever almost like look at your stuff and you just get overwhelmed and it makes you tired, and like if you already suffer with like depression, anxiety like I do, it almost makes you more anxious and sad, and then you just lay around and you're just stressed about money and everything all the time, because that's where I'm at right now. And I've like, I've been making TikToks and I really was like grinding it out on there too, but I just got so burnt really quickly, and I think it's because I'm not 100% making what I want to. Like, I want to talk about the stuff I like what I do, but I feel like I'm not where I want to be, if that makes sense. Like, I have so many ideas and so many just mangas I want to talk about and make specific videos on, but I'm almost like exhausted looking at it because I can't stop like buying it. And that's the same with figures. I've gotten better with them, and I definitely have kind of found a way to get away from like, oh, here's the new shiny thing, I have to have it even if I don't love the character. I feel like I've been getting way better at that and pulling a lot like back on that and only getting things that I care about. Now I'm back in that place with manga, and I think it's because of TikTok. Like, I've been seeing all like the creators and seeing all that stuff, and it just starts getting like, it's because you see it and it gets in your head and you're like, well, I have to have that, I want that right now, oh, it's in stock, I better grab it, because if it goes out of stock I might not get it for like 9 months and blah blah blah, instead of understanding you don't have to. And sometimes you just gotta let that newness and excitement of it wear off, and that's a problem that I experience a lot. And what I really plan on working on the next few months, to maybe even more, I'll still have hauls, I'll still have things like that, but I'm going to really be forcing myself to settle down and only pretty much stick to things that I've already had back ordered or pre-ordered. If there's a really special sale and I happen to have money, sure, but my goal is to really start pulling back and focus on making content around the stuff I already have, because there's a lot of things I do want to talk about. So join me on my almost toxing journey of this. I'm hoping to get better at it, because I don't want to start hating my hobby because I went just ham out of nowhere, and I should know better. I've been doing this for a while, like over a year, but I don't know what it is. Like, I just got right back into it. But I do plan on settling down. Like, let me know if you guys have ever had that kind of problem, or anything like that. Do you like find yourself like having that addictive personality where you just like have to have everything right then and there? Like, it's that instant gratification too. I just feel like it's something that I'd love to know if other people go through. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but just let me know, because I feel like looking at this really like snapped me a bit back more into reality, and looking at my credit card bills kind of snapped me back in reality. So I plan on getting better. but I still will have fun content and great things that I want to talk about, so don't worry about that. But I think I just do need to rein myself back for a week and really reevaluate my priorities. But yeah, well, if you listen to this rant, thank you, but let's just get into the manga, the main reason. Sorry for just throwing that out there, but I don't feel like it's ever talked about, and I thought it might be worth mentioning because see if anybody else felt that way. So ignore this red thing. I don't know, it's like something scratched me or what it is, but it's annoying. The first pile we'll start in is like kind of more, it's basically shonen except for like a few things. The first volume we have is number 6, volume 2. They just happen to have it in store, and I do want to read this series. I hear great things about it, so I can't wait to get into that one. Another series that I hear a lot of great things about, and they just happen to have volume 1 in stock, it is Black Torch. I am going in blindly, don't know what it's about, but I really like the art, and you know, throw a cat in, you'll win me over. I mean, come on. And honestly, it's like only 5 volumes, so it's a lot less intimidating going into to collect when you know there's not that many. And then working away to a series that I very much am enjoying, and that is Mashal, Magic and Muscles. We have volumes 2, 3, and 4. I love this series so much. If you like Mob Psycho 100, One Punch Man, and like a dash of Harry Potter, this is a series for you. It has that same sense of like humor that they do have in like One Punch Man and Mob Psycho. Super funny. The main character, Mash, is my favorite. He's just so like, just like does not care. Like in a sense, he cares about a few things, and that's his cream puffs and, you know, people doing the right thing. But it's so funny. He's so just like, I guess, monotoned, but he's also, since he can't use magic in this world that prides itself on being able to use magic, he just got like super swole, super strong. Not even like intending to, like this guy that found Mashal actually got him into like a training regimen to make up for not being able to use magic, and now he's just like, he can overpower magic just by punching it. It's stupid, but it's so fun, and I've been enjoying it so much, so definitely give it a shot. Another series that I have is Requiem of the Rose King. We have 9, 10, and 11, I believe. Yep, 9, 10, 11. I just got these because they were the only few in stock. Art's beautiful. This is kind of based off, I think, of something from Shakespeare, if I recall right. I could be wrong, but I think so. It does have an anime adaptation out right now, but it's, I think they are missing the mark on certain things for it, so that's why I wanted to start picking up the manga, because I hear the manga's better. So I'm hoping to get the first volume so I can read, but either way, I mean, overall I enjoy the characters of the anime. So if you like kind of like that, yeah, the Shakespeare historian battle, a lot of drama, a lot of things like that, definitely give this one a go. And they're pretty. Another series that I was kind of dancing around collecting, but I think there was like a sale or something, so I went ahead and picked up some volumes, and it is Black Clover, and I have 1, 3, 8, and 10, and I love the anime. I think the anime is fantastic, so I definitely wanted to pick up the manga as well because I enjoyed it so much. It became one of my favorites. I know some people don't like Asta, but maybe you like him more in the manga because he's not like yelling, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't get why everybody hates him for yelling so much, because I mean, it's like almost like Naruto in a different font. So I think it is worth giving a shot. Great characters, great storyline. Captain Yami has my heart. But definitely check out the series. It's super good. I can't wait to start reading the manga, but I just went ahead, sucked it up, and started picking it up, even though it's a bit of a longer series with like 28 volumes out, I believe, currently, something like that, with more on the way, so might be a big one to collect. Then some more Hunter x Hunter came back in stock. So now I have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 22. I did a big like December or January order when they were doing the big sale, and Hunter x Hunter was in it, so I went ahead and picked up a bunch of that. and honestly I've been getting them out pretty quickly, which I'm surprised. Alright, and then we have some Yu Yu Hakusho. We have 9, 13, and 14. My Barnes & Noble still happen to have some in stock, even though I know Yu Yu Hakusho has been pretty heavily out of stock lately. But I decided to go ahead and pick it up because they were still hanging around. And I love Yu Yu Hakusho, it's one of my favorites. And definitely worth checking out. I think if you like things like Bleach and kind of even Hunter x Hunter, you might like Yu Yu Hakusho. Moving on, I have this random volume of Noragami, volume 3. It was on their daily deals and I needed an extra amount of money for Right Stuff to get the free shipping, so I went ahead and picked up Noragami. If you've not watched Noragami or read it, highly recommend it. Super good. Trying to like think the best way to describe it, but pretty much we have our best boy here, Yato, who is a god, but he doesn't have a shrine, so his big thing is doing odd jobs to be able to get money for that. And his last sword left him, which sounds weird. So he ends up with this other kid, and he also meets the girls. I'm stressing to remember their names, but definitely check this series out. It's super good, super cute, super funny, and has some sad moments, but overall beautifully done, beautiful art style, so good. And then I also have volumes 1 and 2 of Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto. I got the second hand, and I got the other last 2, 3, volumes 3 and 4 the last haul I did. This is a really good series too, and it's pretty much Sakamoto, who is just the coolest kid pretty much in school. So it's like people are always trying to do stuff to like knock him down, like some of like the bullies, but he's just like so good at everything and so like chill and laid back that they just can't mess with him. But it is a really good series, so at least watch the anime. It's really good. And then up next we have volume 5 of Those Not So Sweet Boys. I've been really enjoying this series lately, but it's pretty much about a girl who has to essentially get these 3 like popular pretty boys to come back to school because they've kept ditching because of like a lot of false accusations and stuff. But she has to do it because that's the only way she'll be allowed to work a job, and her family needs the money. So obviously some feelings start to happen, but it's really good, super adorable, beautiful artwork, and has some funny moments, so definitely check this one out. And up next we have volume 21 of Nana. It has just randomly come back in stock along with like I think 1 and I think that's it. I think it's like you can have the very first volume and the very last volume, but I have both now. I can start it, but I can't do much beyond that. But I'm very excited to get in this one. I feel like I'm gonna love this series because it's kind of got that like, I guess, raw edginess, and I'm hyped to start it. It seems really good. Up next is another series that I just kind of randomly decided to pick up during the Right Stuff Valentine's Day sale, and that's volume 1 of Anonymous Noise. It just seems really cool, and all the covers are really drawing me in. I like manga and anime that have like music involved, so that's really all I know about it, but I just think it looks super cool, and I'm excited to get into it. Then completing my series finally of Shortcake Cake, I finally got volume 12. I decided I just need to suck it up and get it. This is the very last volume I was missing, and it was in stock. Can't wait to finish it. I love Shortcake Cake, super good. The main character is the girl 10, and I think she's such a great like character, and it's pretty much following like kids that live in a boarding house while they go to high school. So you kind of see what happens there. There's like some drama and mystery also thrown in there, but it's also funny and really sweet. Some love triangle as well. Definitely check it out. Another series that I am now getting closer to finishing. That is the most recent volume of Horimiya. I have volume 15. I think it caps off at 16 if I remember correctly, but I'm getting there. I don't think 16 is out yet. I think, you know, it's completed obviously in Japan, but not out here in English. But I'm very excited to have it and start finishing it up. I think once I get the last volume, I will just binge through it. because like when I've like recently feel like I watch the anime, I don't feel like a big urge to jump into the manga, but I do love Horimiya. It's a great little kind of like seinen romance, so I'll pick it up again eventually. I would like to know what happened after the anime. Moving on, I got this volume of I Swear I Won't Bother You Again. I just think it looks gorgeous, and like the text is kind of like coming off of the cover, which I think is really cute. I like this kind of like lacy back design too. Can't remember what it's about, but I remember somebody when I posted on TikTok that I was considering getting it, they recommended it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Then up next we have A Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. I plan on reading this tonight, but it is kind of like a isekai thing, so if you've ever liked like The Saint's Magic is Infinite, this is kind of that same energy. So it's kind of like you have a very strong like independent girl that just kind of wants to like have a chill life, do what she loves, doesn't want to be like bugged. Then you also have the very handsome man that always happens to notice her. But this girl, she gets isekai'd and she ends up getting to run this little like book cafe, and then she meets another bookworm and romance just seems to happen. It's just, the cover's beautiful and I'm so excited to get into this. Actually couldn't find this for a while, but it was like tucked down in some other manga, so I plan on reading this tonight. I'm very excited. Another series that just kind of started and I'm very intrigued by, and that is Rose and Blood. Like, this cover is beautiful, this artwork's beautiful, and who doesn't like a good little vampire story? So you know it's just gonna be like dramatic for no reason. But I love it. This art though is gorgeous, so I might start this one tonight as well. And up next we have volume 4 of Fiancé the Wizard. Now I have all of it. I believe it just caps off at 4 volumes, so hoping to start that soon. Could not tell you much about it, but it's just, the art is beautiful and I love kind of having shorter romance series, so hope it wraps up nicely. And then they just so happen to have a bunch of these in stock on Amazon and some on Right Stuff, and it is A Haru Ride. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, and 13, so I'm hoping to get this completed pretty soon. I think I'm just missing 2 more volumes, but it is a great little romance. If you like your very like aloof boys who like to act like they don't really like her, but they do. But it's pretty much like he was a sweet boy. I believe in middle schools when they first met, and she had a crush on him and he had a crush on her, but then something happened in his family and I believe they had to move, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what exactly happened, but they got separated and then ended up somehow in the same high school, and he's like a whole different person because of all of his trauma. So it's her kind of trying to be like, hey, I'm here, like, I'm sorry for what happened, like, lean on me, talk to me. So you kind of see their romance happen, and he's a cutie, so that's a win. The art's beautiful. These covers gorgeous. So this is another series that I have wanted to pick up for a while, and they had a lot of volumes in stock. And it is Devil's Line, so I have 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, and 14. Can't wait to get into this one. Oh, it's very highly praised. I hear that the girl though is kind of like plain, but everyone seems to love the half devil hybrid human thing, so I can't wait to get into it. I'm very excited. I cannot wait. But if you like dark, obviously like devil, I don't think, maybe vampire? I think, maybe. If you like that kind of stuff, you like this. Next, we have volume 1 of A School Frozen in Time. I am very excited to get into this one. I don't see it talked about a whole lot. So, but pretty much I think it's like some classmates got stuck in time or got taken back in time in their school, and their pretty much objective is to, I believe, stop this girl from committing unaliving, basically, of herself. So kind of navigating through all that. So I think it's going to be very interesting. I think it's a very interesting concept, and I feel like it could be very difficult to read potentially, so I don't know about any trigger warnings, but other than, you know, unaliving. So if that's something that would bother you, I'd be on the lookout. I feel like with any manga though, always worth checking trigger warnings for any that seem like they could potentially have something that could set you off. And then up next we have volume 8 of Perfect World. I love this story. I talk about it a lot, but it is the definition of a bittersweet romance with a lot of like, I feel, realness thrown into, and very like kind of like slaps you in the face with reality. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check this out, but I'd have tissues ready because yikes, it hurts sometimes. And then up next I finally got volume 4 of Hatsuharu, but I also got volume 6 too, since I already have volume 5 and I know I'm gonna want to keep going through it. I feel like I might have to go back and reread the first volume or something, because I kind of forgot, and like when I was reading it, volume 4 was like heavily out of stock, and then I kind of forgot about the series, like low-key, even though it's beautiful, super good, like romance, and you get multiple like kind of almost side character like romances too, so you get like a good variety. But I can't wait to get back into this one. I'm trying to remember everything, but I think I'm gonna have to restart it. Next we have volumes 3 and 9 of Sand Chronicles. This is a great kind of older one. Can't wait to get into it. Have to wait for the first volume to come back in stock, but this is actually a very highly praised series. I don't really know much about it, kind of going in a little blindly. I vaguely remember what people were talking about, but I'm very excited because I kind of like the older ones. Next series I bought because of the Valentine's Day sale is we have Boarding School Juliet. I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of it so far. Love the art. Hear nothing but great things about this series, and I can't wait to get into it. I think it's kind of that same concept of like rivalry schools, and then so there's a boy and a girl that like each other from the opposite sides, and it's kind of fighting to make everyone like want to blend together. Pretty sure that's what happens, but I hear really good things about it, so can't wait to get into that one. And another series, this one wasn't part of the sale, but I keep forgetting to pick it up, and it is Honey So Sweet. Unfortunately I don't have volume 2, and I really need that to get to continue the series, but instead I went ahead and picked 3, 4, 5, and 6 up as well. I'm hoping to find volume 2 soon so I can get back into it. But from what I remember, super cute first volume. I think it's pretty much like this boy gets very misunderstood and she's like nice to him, and apparently then he's like, you know what, well, let's get married. I know we're in high school, but I want you to be my wife. But I can't wait. I'm very excited. I loved the first volume. I just really hope I can find volume 2 soon. Working our way into another series that I've been waiting to collect, and I think again this was also from a sale. I try to heavily rely on sales, and it is 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, and 10 of Carnival. And what really has been drawing to it is these gorgeous arts covers. Like the covers, art's beautiful. I've actually been watching the anime and I'm really liking it. I've also been starting the first volume, but the art's beautiful. The story is very interesting and unique. It kind of has this like futuristic, like I don't know how to describe it, but very like a different world. But I really like the world building that they do in there. Just the art though is gorgeous. The characters, beautiful. A lot of pretty boys. A lot of pretty characters in general too. But it's super cool. Has like nice twists and turns. Very like has those like sad moments, and it's obviously kind of edgy at times. But it's pretty much like this kid, Nai, I believe. He gets separated from his like main person, so he sets out on the world to go find him, and he ends up meeting, I think it's Greki, and their journey kind of begins together. So you kind of get to find out more about both of their past, and it's just so good. I don't know how to describe it any better. I feel like I'm really not doing a great job of it, but please check it out. fantastic. I think you would be really, I think a lot of people would really be interested into it more than you would think, so I would definitely at least checking out. I think the anime is definitely worth checking out. I think they're doing a pretty good job from what I have seen and read too. I think it's kind of pairing up well, so it's gorgeous though. And then up next we have volumes 3 of Hell's Paradise. Now I can finally get into more of a binging one. I think I can read up to volume 4, so I mean that's pretty substantial. I think I'm just missing 5. And then I think I have almost the rest, I can't remember. But really good. If you like things kind of like Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, I think you'd like this. It's really good. And another Valentine's Day sale, they really were pushing me to try these series. And that is Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. Literally do not know anything about it, just think the art's beautiful. And I'm just a big sucker for romance series, so can't wait to see where this goes, but I love the name too, very cute. Another one that suckered me in during the Valentine's Day sale, that is Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. I hear great things about this one too. Again, another one that I just only know very minimal about, and I've only heard of it a few times, but the sale really won me over. I'm like, so I decided to try the first 3 volumes, and again, art's adorable, and I love the name again. The next series is one that I have been loving, and now I'm officially caught up. I've read all the volumes that I have, and that is Night of the Ice. And I have 3 to 9. I'm already caught up. I already have 1 and 2. If you like Yuri on Ice, you'll love this. It's like a little less, lack of a better word, fruity, but it still has its moments. But it's so good. The main guy and girl in here, love them. They're childhood friends. It's super sweet and it's funny, and it's a lot of like really interesting characters. And again, love ice skating type of anime manga. This is a series to check out. And then Amazon randomly had like a really good deal on the first volume of Berserk, so went ahead, finally picked up the first volume of Berserk. I think it was only like $29.99. You just couldn't beat that. So can't wait to finally get into it and start reading it. Always a little intimidated with the big books, even though I love this design and covers better than I like the singles. So, but I can't wait. I know I'm gonna like just binge it as soon as I start it. It's a great one for a reason. Then moving on to a very, either like this type of like this genre or not, we are moving into the BL portion. So if you don't care about BL, feel free to go ahead and click off or just move on to the end. But if you enjoy it, here we go. First up we have Seaside Stranger. I watched the movie, really liked it, so I wanted to go ahead and start picking up the manga so I can kind of get more of the story. And the art's just adorable. So if you know nothing about this one, pretty much, I believe the main character, trying to remember his name, Shun. The main character Shun gets disowned by his parents for being gay, but then he ends up having a crush on this kid Mio, who is actually like a senior in high school. He's a little older, so I was like, so if you don't love that, it's fine, because they don't start having really anything going on until after he's out of high school. And then Mio leaves because he was also an orphan, so he had to like go somewhere else. Then he comes back to be with Shun, and like anybody who has watched the movie, do you want to like punch Shun? Like I get kind of like his mindset for certain things, but like some other times I'm like, Mio, just pop him in the mouth because he was being a jerk. But I do love them together overall, and then you know you'll finally get your sweet moments, but there's certain parts of this I'm like, Shun, come on, don't be that way. Then up next we have volume 1 of Changed World. If you have read Sayonara Games, this is a continuation of that. So I think this is like where you'll kind of get to see the couple more, because Sayonara Games was, I believe, just meant to be a one-shot, but now we're getting more, and I'm very grateful because I've overall liked the couple a lot, and I can't wait to see them actually navigate their relationship more. And this one, you either, I wouldn't say even love it, either like it, find it okay, or you hate it. and that is Yarashin Bitch Club. Got volume 4. Went ahead and got the limited edition one, so it came with this art book. I can't tell you how surprised I was when I flipped through the art book, and it was honestly surprisingly wholesome given the series itself. But I just like to collect BL, and this was actually one of the first series I ever collected before I even really knew how controversial and how hated it was. So I wanted to go ahead and finish it out. I think this is the last one. I don't know. I'm assuming because they threw in that limited edition thing. But it's not for everyone. It's quite problematic, but I think it's meant to be that way. I'm pretty positive the author made it for like the over-the-top purpose. So no, it's something. And then up next we have The Birds of Shangri-La. I have volume 2. I only picked it up because it was at Barnes & Noble, and I usually don't see them in stores, so I don't have the first one, so I can't start it, but I pretty much think it's like the main character ends up working at a, I guess, gay brothel type thing, for lack of better terms. But I pretty much think that's it, so I just think the art's beautiful. Up next we have Replay. It's pretty much about 2 kids in high school who were on the baseball team, and they've always been super close. Like, they are the team, they get joked, like everyone calls them the married couple. And then after it ends, because it's high school is almost over for them, the dark-haired kid starts getting distancy with the blonde kid, and blonde kid's like, yo, what's up with that? So through that you kind of see why he was and how things play out. I don't want to spoil anything more, but it's pretty much like childhood friends to lovers. But it's really good overall. It's a one-shot, easy read, only really have like a few spicy scenes. So, and then they don't even really have any spicy scenes till after high school, which I always really appreciate. Like, wait till they graduate. And then moving on, we have another one-shot, and it's I'm Looking for Serious Love. We have this kid, the dark-haired kid, who has been a country bumpkin pretty much the whole time, and he moves to Tokyo for school. Well, his next door neighbor is the very typical, like, kind of guy he hates, a playboy, loud, obnoxious, very opposite of this kid. So he kind of picks on the dark-haired kid on and off throughout it, but then obviously you see some things start to happen. It's very spicy, and I will say this has the most amount of trigger warnings I have ever seen. So what I've noticed a lot with some of the Tokyo Pop ones for like BL, I'm assuming probably for the other ones, they have put the age rating and all of the things that happen in it at the bottom, and this one has a lot. It fills the box up. So I think that's a great thing though that Tokyo Pop's doing, so it's like you can quickly check out, say, hey, this is what to expect. If you can't handle it, don't worry about it, because it's not like you can like go in the store and like flip through these ones. But it's really good, and it's really funny and cute, so I think it's worth checking out. Then we have another one I haven't started yet, but it seemed cute, and it is The Cat Proposed. This one has way less trigger warnings, but I think it's pretty much there's somebody that he turns into a cat, but apparently that's forbidden, so this guy takes him in, and then their relationship ensues from there. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. I'm not always a huge fan of like hybrid animals, like people, things like that, but I think it might be cute. Up next we have There Are Things I Cannot Tell You, and I'm very excited to start this one. I hear great things about it, and it's another one shot. I try to remember what happens, but I mean by the cover you can tell it's gonna be kind of probably a more, I guess, not lighthearted one. Like there's gonna be some moments that are like, ooh, gonna kind of hit you in the feels. So I'm very excited to start this one though. The art's pretty, and it's like a thicker book, kind of like if we're gonna do one shot, have like a decent amount to get through. And this one has a lack of trigger warnings as well, so it's only like nudity and sexual scenes. Then we have another one from Tokyo Pop, This Wonderful Season with You. Super cute. I loved it. That's pretty much like we have the very popular boy, a very nerdy boy, and he ends up joining the club that the nerdy kid is in, and he kind of gets like drawn to him based on like his personality. And then he like also takes like, because this kid wears like really thick glasses, and the guy wants to always take them off because he's like, I feel like there's something hidden there. So it's really cute, really sweet. You get to see the more like jock kid work through tougher moments with the help of the kind of nerdy kid. I am blanking on their names, but I overall really enjoyed this. There was only like a little spicy scene at the end, but overall super wholesome, really cute. Moving on, we have volume 5 of 10 Dance, Wish I volume 4. I love this so much. If you like Welcome to the Ballroom, you will like this, but this is like more adult and a splash of BL. Obviously it's a BL, but I really like how it's been playing out and how it's been like this like interesting slow burn, but it's like so good. The two characters are fantastic and they play off each other so well. Art is really pretty. Like at first I like didn't know how I liked it, but I really love it. It's so good. Please check it out. And next is another controversial one, and one that I can never pronounce, so here you go. I like this. It's not for everyone. I see the problems. I can see why people don't, but I think the art's cute and I really like the side couple. I mean, it has its moments, but overall I do really like it. That's not for everyone though. I understand age gaps, teacher student thing, not for everyone, but I acknowledge that it's fiction. I don't pull it into any of my real life thoughts. If this is a real life situation, no. No, but I like to read just so many different types of fiction that are so different from my own personal life. So, and it's cute. It's cute. It has cute moments. I feel like I'm just sitting here defending it. Okay. I like what I like. As long as you know how to separate reality from fiction, it's fine. Right, and that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.